Plano police say an alert detective and a chance encounter helped unravel a murder-for-hire plot. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Police say it began as an investigation into a string of package thefts and vehicle break-ins. Weeks into the investigation, an off-duty detective ran into the suspect, 38-year-old Michael McCloud. Police say McCloud didn't know he was talking with a detective, but that conversation would go on to trigger a federal murder-for-hire investigation. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has all the details tonight. Peyton.
Hi, Steve. This case has been going on for more than a year now. It's now public because Michael McCloud pleaded guilty to a federal charge of murder for hire. Meanwhile, Plano police highlighting one of their own detectives, saying this detective potentially saved 2 lives in this case. What started as an investigation into a package thief ended in a foiled murder for hire plot. A twist even Plano police say they didn't expect.
One of those weird serendipitous times where right place, right time.
Back in December 2023, this man, later identified as 38-year-old Michael McCloud of Plano, was linked to a few stolen packages and 7 vehicle burglaries. A fingerprint from one of the door handles matched McCloud. Detective McIntyre, a 24-year veteran with Plano police, was assigned to the case. But even the most experienced officers sometimes have a strike of luck. Detective McIntyre learned McCloud frequented a local restaurant. Sure enough, while enjoying a meal off duty at the restaurant, the detective watched McCloud walk in.
He described him as being boisterous and belligerent to the standpoint that he walked up and he's just like, hey, like, are you okay? What's going on? Based on his demeanor. And the guy started talking about how his ex-girlfriend and he needed a silencer in order to take care of her and her new boyfriend.
A firearm silencer, a device that reduces the sound of a gunshot. Detective McIntyre told McCloud he could help without disclosing he was an officer, and they exchanged contact information. That's when an undercover agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives took over.
He made it sound like he wanted a silencer for himself, but then obviously something changed in his interactions with the ATF agent, and it turned from himself to hiring someone to do the murders for him.
McCloud was later arrested. More than a year later, McCloud pleaded guilty to the federal charge of murder for hire.
No matter how small something may seem in an incident, it can lead to big things.
And back in January, Detective McIntyre was honored with a service award for his work on this case. Meanwhile, for McCloud, his sentencing will come at a later date. He faces 15 years to life in federal prison.